Following the incredible events of Daniel interpreting King Nebuchadnezzar's dream, the kingdom of Babylon continued to thrive under the king's rule. Nebuchadnezzar's empire was a testament to his power and ambition, adorned with grand palaces, towering ziggurats, and the famous Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The king's authority was unchallenged, and his reign was marked by an unyielding desire to solidify his legacy and unite his diverse empire. In the wake of Daniel's rise to prominence, his three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, also found themselves in positions of influence within the king's court. Their wisdom, integrity, and unwavering faith in God distinguished them as exceptional administrators, earning the respect and admiration of many. King Nebuchadnezzar, in his quest to solidify his rule and unify his diverse empire, decided to create a massive golden image, a symbol of his power and divinity. He issued a decree that at the sound of musical instruments, all the people of the kingdom were to bow down and worship the golden image. Anyone who refused would be thrown into a blazing, fiery furnace. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, being devout followers of their God, refused to bow down to the golden image. Their loyalty to their faith was unshakable, and they could not in good conscience worship an idol, regardless of the consequences. Their refusal soon reached the ears of King Nebuchadnezzar, who was furious at their defiance. The king summoned the three men and gave them one last chance to comply with his decree. He demanded,
"Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image I have set up? If you are ready to fall down and worship the image I made, very good. But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand?"
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied with unwavering courage, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image you have set up." Enraged by their steadfastness, Nebuchadnezzar ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The heat was so intense that the soldiers who threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the furnace were killed by the flames. The three men, bound and fully clothed, fell into the heart of the blazing fire. As King Nebuchadnezzar watched, he suddenly leaped to his feet in amazement. He asked his advisors,
"Weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire?"
They replied, "Certainly, O king." Nebuchadnezzar exclaimed,
"Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods."
Nebuchadnezzar approached the opening of the blazing furnace and shouted,
"Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, come here."
The 3 men emerged from the fire, and all the officials crowded around them. Astonishingly, they saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of fire on them. Nebuchadnezzar then declared,
"Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants. They trusted in him and defied the king's command, and were willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God. Therefore I decree that the people of any nation or language who say anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be cut into pieces, and their houses be turned into piles of rubble. For no other God can save in this way."
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were promoted to even higher positions in the province of Babylon, and their story became a powerful testament to faith and divine deliverance, inspiring generations to trust in the power of their God.